Maine's wilderness is vast. With 17 million acres of forest land, one can be left with a false sense that time has passed without change. It has not. Over the years, man and wildlife have quietly battled over water, food, and space. Some species disappeared. Others, endangered and threatened, became recipients of conservation efforts and are back. Today, the struggle for existence continues, but a balance is being reached. Recovering from the mistakes of our past, wildlife and man are coexisting in what is considered one of the most ideal habitats known as Maine.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Skiff. I grew up here in Maine. It remains a special place for me because, like I did as a child, I can still walk through the woods or sit by the ocean and be alone, surrounded by wildlife. It's this type of experience that attracts more than 8 million people here each year. You may be one who's enticed to scale a rocky cliff, hike the Appalachian Trail, explore an uninhabited island, or just catch a glimpse of a whale, moose, or puffin. In this program, we'll explore the diverse ecosystems and take you to the scenic wonders that exist here. We'll also introduce you to the species that are endangered in many parts of the world, but can still be seen thriving here in Maine.
Maine itself is about as big as Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Rhode Island combined. Still, only 1.2 million people live here, giving it the distinction of being the 16th least populated state. 8 regions span a territory that covers more than 33,000 square miles. 80% of that remains forested. Much of this land is harvested for its timber. While these cyclical harvests are a source of continuing controversy, they do provide large tracts of new-growth trees, which become food for several of the state's largest mammals. Since achieving statehood in 1820, Maine has established itself as a leader in land conservation. Protection has come in many forms and secures a permanent future for wildlife habitats. It also offers outdoor recreation opportunities. There is a national park here called Acadia. Comprised of 34,000 acres on and near the island of Mount Desert, Acadia's lure is its rocky coast, rounded mountains, and pristine lakes. This is Acadia National Park. "26 state parks are scattered by the sea and in the wilderness. The highest mountain, Katahdin, with its barren cliffs, rises from Baxter State Park. Nearby, a trodden path marks the end of the 2,159-mile Appalachian Trail. This trail traverses the Appalachian Mountain Range, beginning in Georgia and ending in Maine. While the government maintains the state's parks, nonprofit organizations have been active in establishing more than 170 wildlife sanctuaries and land trusts. These generous gifts of land from individuals, families, and corporations ensure that scenic vistas like this remain as they are today, unobstructed by development. The federal government is active here in the protection of 175 properties. The state's Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife has more than 100 properties, including ponds, streams, and rivers, that come under its jurisdiction. An overwhelming majority of Maine's land remains undeveloped. The environment that works as a magnet to lure people to Maine for vacation is the same force that has compelled many efforts to protect the land for a future that will offer benefits similar to today's.